It's your girl, Lou Pac, baby. From the boot where the real ones talk slick and walk heavy. She don't do rumors, she do receipts. If you said it, she got it. If you did it, she show it. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah. Straight out of Louisiana, she don't duck, no smoke. Call her the queen of receipts, she keeping folks woke. From fake friends to baby daddies getting exposed. If it's messy, she gon' clean it up. Real talk mode. Independent, raw and loud with it. She ain't scared of nothing, she proud with it. So if you coming fake, don't step in her lane. She called names and receipts, gon' explain. Truth like, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure. Yeah, it's Lou Pac, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Yeah, all truth, all gas, no brakes. No brakes.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lou Pac, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets.
Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survive and snakes don't make it out alive.
L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with the heat. You won't clap but she got truth, no sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real, this Lou Pac, baby, capiche.
They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lou Pac don't just react, she the code what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built her own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown.
This ain't gossip, this ain't rumors. This is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to Lou Pac, baby, where every video got purpose.
Hey y'all, happy Saturday. What is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Saturday, baby. Ooh, y'all, these streets is so dry, like the desert. There ain't nothing going on, y'all. I hate when YouTube has these type of spells because it is dry. That's all I can really say. It's dry, y'all. It's dry. So y'all gonna see y'all favorite CC is literally grasping for air, trying to put some stuff together for y'all because there's nothing going on. And it's unfortunate that this happens often when it comes to YouTube. But I had to do a little one too, because I gotta stay in the algorithm, y'all. Gotta keep myself in the algorithm. Even though one thing about me, I'm very big on procrastinating. So I will go days without doing a live. Like I didn't go live yesterday, but I'm trying to do better with it. Trying to do better. That's why I hopped on today, even though I was chilling, I was relaxing. My man was outside cooking, them cheering in the pool. So I was just chilling, y'all, and I said, let me get on live because I don't want to fall behind, child. And then we got that court date coming up. That's August 12th. That's gonna be the big one. So yeah. Let me see who we got in here. Let me take these earphones off. Because I feel like I be talking extra loud when I got the earphones on, child. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, sweet queen, my love. Thank you for holding on the chat per usual. We got Shay in the building. We got, hold on, Leah, Miss Yolanda. We got, let's go down, Kim, Savy. We got Sweet Queen coming through as a 9-month member. Love you, Lupac, all the way down. Right back at you, my girl. You know what it is, okay? Thank you for that super sticker. That's my first one. Shout out to you. Thank you for the support. Hey, Sierra. Hey, Boots on the Ground. Who else in here? Let me see. Did I say Leah? Shout out to you, Leah, for the black and gold heart. Y'all know that is my favorite color. Okay. Hey, Christina. Hey, Shell. Who else? Let me see. Let me see. Let me go down, y'all. Hey, Miss Sexy Ray. Hey, Latte. Hey, Miss Shalene, Miss Vonda, Miss Sakina, Queen Love Mel in the building, Jaisha, Miss Lovely. We got Miss Nina in this thing, Anita. We got, hold on. Hold up, y'all. There we go. Miss Sherilyn, my babe, Miss Erin. Hey, Regal Essence. Hey, Angel. Who else? Who else? Miss Jackie. Y'all was jamming, huh? Kimberly W. We got another Miss Jackie. Shout out to you. We got Ranita in this thing. Tahira. Who else? Courtney. Shout out to my green team. Because y'all, one thing about y'all, baby, y'all gonna come through. Y'all gonna always be in the building. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, Miss Ashley. Hey, Glorious Ann. Who else in here? Chosen by God is in the building. Miss Deborah R. We got Sweetie Favor. We got Monica. That look like a new name. Let me know if you've been here or you just coming up out the bush. Hey, Miss E. Hey, Miss Cassandra. Who else? Miss Linda in Florida. Shout out to you, Martha Blanca. We got Miss Tawanda. I am her. Hey, my love. Hey, Miss Teresa. Hey, Carmen. Lady Jace. Happy Saturday to you also. Miss Lisa. We got Trace in the building. Hey y'all, I was just thinking, did something happen with her oldest son and the girls because BB is close to him, and I don't think that she's going to dump him off to his dad because I don't. Child, I don't know. As far as we know, like I said, we can only speak to what's actually put out there, y'all. We can assume, we can speculate, but we can only speak to what's actually out here. So we actually did a live on this the other day. I forgot which one, but we did a live as to what we felt was the reason behind it. Hey Miss Mabel, I didn't see Miss Lasanda. I must have missed her. If she isn't here, hey to Miss Lasanda, Tyrese with the T. Shout out to you. Thank you for renewing that membership. Came to live in the building. You did hear your name, girl. I said you, okay? You was all the way up there, matter of fact. When you first spoke in the chat. Don't do me, Latae. Hey, Angel. Seems like she's trying to clean house before the court date. Definitely, definitely. We gotta present a certain image because that court date's gonna be real crazy. I'm gonna pull out some of them documents and refresh a few memories. Hey, Kimberly. Let me see. I've been here. Looks like I'm always working, so I always catch the replay. Okay, shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you. Who else? So, do I gotta hit you on Facebook to give you my YouTube name? If so, can somebody drop the Facebook link? What you mean, your YouTube name? I see Tyrese with the T. Is it another name? Am I missing something? I see that. Okay, I see you now, Miss Lysandra. Shout out to you. Thank you for being tuned in. I didn't see you at first. I see people speaking, but I didn't see you. Okay, y'all. So if you would like to donate to me monetarily, you can cash at me at $Lupac2. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to all my coffee people. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker. I do have a little goal set of 15. I ain't greedy. It ain't mandatory, but it is greatly, greatly appreciated because it contributes to the revenue of this particular live stream. Okay. Shout out to all my members. If you would like to join us over in members only, you can grab a membership. The link will be in the chat. It's a lot of content over there. It's we get a little more exclusive, a little more personal, a little more deep over there because it's a different vibe in members only. You ain't got the lurks, the bushwatchers, and the what you call them, the bone carriers. That's the main thing. Bone carriers and trolls, even though they still will be desperate enough to pay for a membership. Some people are, but for the most part, it's locked in over there. It's locked in over there. But make sure y'all watching them ads and definitely hit that like button for you. Girl, keep me in that algorithm, y'all. Period. Okay, now let's get into it. My Facebook name is different from my YouTube name. Okay, okay. You must have you upgraded for the group. Okay. Yeah, you gonna have to message me on uh you gonna have to message me on Facebook. Message me on Facebook. That way I can add you from that Facebook page. So yeah, definitely do that. It's gonna have to be once I get off the live though. But yeah, message me on Facebook so you can be added to the private group. Hey Miss Lolo. Hey Miss Linda. Okay. Did I see her? Okay. Tanisha, Malibu Genies, Miss Morris. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Saturday. Y'all could be out in these streets cutting up, but y'all are here, and I am grateful. Yes, please hit that like button. Please say 194 here on the 94 like. Hit the like and watch them ads. Yeah, y'all, come on now. Don't do me like that. We just starting out. Like I literally I could be laying on the sofa watching the new Medea movie. I came here for y'all. Okay? And it ain't nothing going on. So I'm literally pulling something out the ASS to create a live. The least y'all could do is hit the like for your girl. Hit the like for your girl. Okay? Run that like up. That's free. All right, hey Miss Melody. Okay, so y'all, before we get into these court documents, because some of y'all not privy, like I say, for the most part, I leave the court documents in members only. But seeing as how the court date is approaching, I'm gonna kind of fill y'all in a little bit, okay? For the ones in the back, the ones that don't know too much about this court date that's approaching. Because when I tell you it's a lot behind that, it's a lot behind it, y'all. It's a whole lot of contempt. It's nasty stuff going on. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. Thank you, Miss Shalene. So, Chrissy says, wait, hold on. Hi, I'm new to your channel. Heard about you through 2K. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming over. I hope you enjoy this content. Shout out to my bro 2K. Hey, Common Collective. Thank you for your blessing. Hey, Cancer 66. What's up, Terry, bro? Can one of your mods drop your Facebook link? It's Lupac, baby. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to put it. Hold up, y'all. Oh, shoot. I didn't even click the type. I'm tripping. That's it right there, girl. Just message me on that page. You're gonna see I'm gonna have on a red Nike sweater. You're gonna see a red Nike sweater with a black check mark. That's me. It's multiple pages, but that's me. Okay? I only got 2 pages. The other ones ain't mine. I got a personal and I got a fan page. Hey, Snooky. Okay, so y'all, I was looking on Facebook, right? Because when we as CCs and bloggers, we be trying to find stuff, we be trying to find stories, we be trying to find different things. So I was looking on Facebook and I ran across two things that I'm gonna show y'all before we get into these court documents. Hold on, let me pull one of them up first. Hey, Tiana, what's up, my love? Let's pull this one up first because this one was just ironic. This one was ironic, y'all, because she posted this December 8th of 2019. And it was actually a prank. But if you know, you know that this girl has posted multiple pregnancy pranks. Okay. Like it was just a weird obsession with being pregnant for some reason. She I don't know what it was. Child, even went as far as buying a fake belly. This was just a post, but she went as far as buying a fake belly. I don't know how many of y'all remember that, but it was a lot of people upset behind that prank, child. But she posted this. Let me see if I could. Let me try to make it bigger for y'all. Hold on. Hold up. Let me bring it over here. It should get bigger if I bring it to the screen. All right. Is it? Should be bigger. Okay, that is bigger. Thank you, comment collected. Super chat party activated. Okay, who want to follow my girl and show your girl some love? Now, who wanna join the super chat party? Hey, solid as a rock. Hey, pretty eyes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming in on this born Saturday. Thank you, Aaron, for that cash app blessing. I appreciate you, my love. Okay, y'all. So, like I said, she posted this on December 8th, 2019, right? Mind you, Momo was born in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Yep, she was. Because she'll be, what, 6 this year? Momo will be 6. She's 5 right now, so she'll be 6. So Momo was born in 2019. So this was not long after she had Momo, right? So she posted, just when I thought this chapter of my life was closed, I didn't think this year could get any more busy, but it looks like 2020 is going to get even busier. I was certainly not expecting this and wanted to tell everyone in person, but with everything going on, I haven't had the time. These two are due August 2020. I can't wait to see what joy and chaos they will bring. Who knew twins were in the cards? I don't know who the parents are, but they sure are going to be busy next year. I wish them luck. Copy and paste to freak everyone else out too. Some won't read until the end. Now the prank queen has pranked y'all, right? So she posted that December 8th, 2019, y'all. If you look at the comments under this post, it's a lot of people who went back to this post, like basically saying you pranked yourself and how ironic, like, now you got twins or the prank then pranked you. Like they saying all kind of stuff like that. But it's just crazy how she was always talking about pregnancy or posting pregnancy pranks or, you know, just going overboard. It's like she had a weird obsession with pregnancy for some reason throughout the years. And now you actually have those very same twins that you pranked the world with. That's crazy. That is crazy, guys. First of all, if I would have just had a baby, I wouldn't have wanted to post nothing in reference to another pregnancy, whether it's a prank or not. Like I said, she had just had Momo when she posted, not long after she posted it. Well, before she posted it, she had Momo. That is crazy. I was just showing y'all the irony with this post. Hey, Talisa. Okay, let me pull the other one up. Hold on, y'all. Take this one down. Okay, so screen two. Okay, got another one. Now, this one was something that she posted. Hold on. Where is it? What's that? Oh, here you go. No, that's not it. I must have never opened it up. Hold on. Let me open it up. Um, what is going on? Okay, I have to close it out. Put it over here. Here. Okay. So let me put this one up on my phone so I can see it. Thank you, Shell. Thank you for that coffee, my love. I appreciate you. Okay. So with this one, y'all, this was posted October 21st, 2022. Now, if you've been here since the beginning of the saga, you know that the big old DV live situation happened on October 14th or 15th of 2022. So this was a couple days. It's about 5 or 6 days later after that big old DV live that she came to the internet with. If y'all remember, right? So she posted this a couple days later, and it says, "To my," I just want to show y'all how things have changed. You know, just to kind of paint a little picture, right? Hey, Nika, what's up, my love? Cat 66 says she also did a prank on Ari, telling him she was pregnant again. I think Momo was barely a year old. I remember that. That's why I see she had a weird obsession with pregnancy, everything pregnancy. She constantly was posting things about pregnancy pranks. Like that was just weird. So like I said, this was, mind you, y'all pay attention to the date, but this was a couple days, maybe 5, 6, 7 days after the whole DV situation on October 14th or 15th, right? So she posted on her page, she said, "To my cyber family, I'm writing this statement because I know that you all have been very concerned with my well being. I'm not the best at expressing my emotions on live, especially with all that has been going on. First of all, I want you all to know that I am not a liar and never have been." She put that in all caps, y'all. Oh, how listen, the fact that this girl didn't, not only is she a liar, but I would say she's a compulsive liar, a dangerous one too, because you lied about a lot of stuff. Like, do y'all need me to run back a video of all the lies she told? Me rebuttaling all the lies she told? Do y'all need me to run back a little quick one too? Because one thing about a liar is most liars, at least 95, I'm gonna even push it a little further. At least 98% of liars don't think they are liars, which makes it even worse, which makes it even more dangerous because you actually believe your own lies too. That's some crazy work. But I definitely have a video that literally rebutted every lie she told. And well, not everyone, because it might be some out there that we ain't even privy to, but at least the ones that we realize. Okay, let's say that. Um, Only thing she's good at is her famous frog. Y'all, not the frog legs. Hey Vicky, hey Erica. Oh how is how wait? Oh how she is a liar. Her elevator has never reached the top floor. She needs to start writing her lies down, y'all. It was bad. When I tell you she's a liar, I'm gonna see if I can find a video of me rebuttaling some of her lies, and we're gonna run that back. We're gonna run it back just for the ones that's kind of new to the saga, because we got a lot of new people over here. We got a lot of new people, and we got some that probably done forgot some of the lies she done told. And I just want to show y'all, because more often than not in these type of situations, you would expect women to band together, right? It's more common for women to side with women. But in this situation, no. It's a lot of people that would wonder why so many women are against her, and that's the reason, because of the lies. Like that girl, what? Nobody want to side with no deception. Who ain't nobody doing that? And that's her brand. Her brand is forever marked as her being a liar. That's some crazy work, child. As Vicky say, one of the biggest liar on social media, Nectro neck with upside down body. Who is that? Nectro neck? Hey, Miss Stephanie, am I missing something? Listen. Wait, let me finish this, y'all, and then we're gonna pull up that video of me rebuttaling some of the lies with her own videos. That's the crazy part, right? It's one thing for somebody to rebuttal or catch you in a lie. No, it's one thing for somebody to catch you in a lie, and it's another thing for somebody to rebuttal your lie with your own words. That's what makes it even better. Okay. All right. So let's get back to this, and then we're gonna pull up a video before we get into some of them court documents because this is a lot, y'all. I just want to, put y'all up to speed on like the more serious ones to so y'all can be up to date when that court date comes. So y'all know what RH is up against and what he working with. Okay. So let me start over. To my cyber family, I'm writing this statement because I know that you all have been very concerned with my well-being. I'm not the best at expressing my emotions on live, especially with all that has been going on. First of all, I want you all to know that I am not a liar and never have been. We're going to rebuttal that. Y'all keep that in mind. Unlike Robert, I am actually trying to heal from this and figure out what my next chapter in life will be. For all now, let me stop there too, because she said, unlike Robert, I'm actually trying to heal from this. The crazy part is, RH knew the whole time. He knew. You had people saying, "Oh, he was emotionless. He was a narc. He was all of these things. He didn't have no feelings. He didn't have no compassion for his wife." They were saying all of these things about this man, and the whole time he knew it was a load of crap. That's why he was moving the way he was moving. Very nonchalant, very I don't give a effish, very I'm not addressing nothing until he had to. The more serious stuff, like the more serious lies, he rebutted. He definitely put out some receipts. When she would throw out a half ASS receipt, he would put out the receipt in its entirety to let the people know I have nothing to hide. Why is she, the self proclaimed victim, only putting out a half ass receipt? And I'm giving y'all the whole thing, but I'm supposed to be the villain, right? That was another thing that made a lot of women start looking at this situation side eye. Because if you are a victim, we know, I think a lot of people get it misconstrued when we use the word victim. People often think perfection. There aren't any perfect victims. Victim does not mean perfection, right? And it also don't mean you innocent. So people, even though people try to, I feel like kind of baby that word. When people give themselves that title, they tend to baby that situation. And you got to be careful doing that. You got to be careful getting too personally invested, getting your emotions invested, and all of that because people be lying. Point blank in the period. Women lie, men lie, and cheering. And that's a fact. That's why if you go to court, when you go to court, guess how you know how they move. They move off of actual factual evidence and witnesses. Even though people will commit perjury on the stand, child. We've seen a little bit of that in the Diddy trial. So, but it's just the fact that, if you go to court, it's gonna be ran a certain way because you don't want false convictions, you don't want mistaken identities, you don't want, you don't want any of those things because that's somebody's life that's on the line. And I feel like social media would be so much better if it actually ran like real court. But unfortunately it's not. And it can ruin lives. It can literally ruin lives. And that's why even when the Johnny Depp trial came around, that's why he recommended or wanted, he stood on his trial being publicized because he wanted his name clear in the court of public opinion more than anything. That's what he really wanted. Because once the people turn against you, it's a wrap. And that's what we're seeing now in RH's situation. This girl has been proven to be a liar, a dangerous one at that, and his brand is still ruined. That's the crazy part. You still got people out here calling him an abuser. All of this hate is disingenuous. Like it ain't built off of it's not built off of truth. So when hate is built off of uh lies, it's disingenuous. Y'all don't hate him for real because y'all hating him based off of some lies that his ex-wife told. And it's going to get even deeper. Y'all, when I tell y'all August finna be crazy, mark my word. Mark my word. August finna be real crazy. Finna get real crazy. Okay? The pot, you heard it here first. So, hold on. So she says, unlike Robert, I'm actually trying to heal from this and figure out what my next chapter in life will be. For all of the women who are writing to me and offering support, I appreciate you. And for those of you, peep this, y'all, who have written me telling me that you have or are currently going through domestic abuse, I encourage you to leave in all caps. But yet she's still with Janelle Exxon. That's interesting. God does not condone abuse of any kind. I am continuing to talk to God and have allowed him to take my will. My sister posted, Mariana, a video yesterday on my YouTube channel because she is here with me and we know how much you all love and care about me. All of this for validation. Right now it's hard because it hurts to face all of this, but I can no longer live a lie. You still ain't living in your truth. How can I promote self love? Listen, y'all, and allow someone to mentally, emotionally, and physically abuse me? That is not loving yourself. Y'all notice she ain't promoted self love since she been with Janash, right? Okay. I understand God gave me a purpose, and I am praying for Him to reveal that purpose to me. I have to be strong for my kids and for all of my fans who support me. That is why I will be releasing a video on my YouTube channel and other platforms to prove I am not a liar. Hold up. I am only going to address this once. An honest person doesn't have to make a video after video after video with different stories. Who did that? Who made video after video after video with different stories, y'all? Who had the internet in a frenzy? Well, did he beat you? Did he not beat you? Did he beat you? Did he not beat you? Like, child, listen, Linda. What's up, Get Money Stepper? So she says, I'm going to address this one. An honest person doesn't have to make video after video after video with different stories. The truth in all caps will always remain the same in all caps, right? I have a brand and my kids' futures to protect, and I will not let Robert tear me down over lies. How? First of all, oh, and she said, enough is enough. You all will be hearing from me soon. The fact that she says she will not allow him to tear her down with lies is diabolical because you are the one who came to the internet with the lie. Him defending his name, rebuttaling and saying he is not an abuser is not him tearing you down with lies. The lies and defamatory statements came from you, not him. Him calling you a liar saying he didn't do it. And that's where a lot of the controversy came in it because she wanted him to admit to something that he didn't do. That's crazy. That is crazy, y'all. Okay, hold on. We ain't done. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. So now what we're gonna do is y'all heard that. Make sure y'all keep this post that I just read y'all in the back of y'all mind, right? Let's pull up a video real quick. Y'all know one thing about my work be working. The receipts be receipting, baby. Okay, hold up. Let's see. Which one shall I give? Let me see. Let me see. Save your receipts. No, not that one. We're gonna have to do something that was probably a premiere because that's where all the real breakdowns be at. Hold up, y'all. Let me look through. We got, let's see. Where's the big one? Influence me not. Hold up, y'all. Not that one. Okay, define silent. Did I do this one? This hold on, y'all. Let me see what this one is about. This one might be good. Maybe it's only okay, hold up. This one might be good. Let me see, y'all. Hold up. Only person that mentioned therapy. Or I think this is one, y'all. This one was good. Y'all know I didn't put together some good ass premieres, but this one was my one of my big ones. So this is just to show y'all a little bit of the lies, and how I was able to rebuttal her lies with her own words, right? Not just me talking, because she likes to paint a narrative and have been known to paint a narrative. Let me take this down. That people be putting out half truths, people be lying on her, just saying anything and mixing up her words. Because let me show y'all something before I pull this up. I know I'm all over the place, but y'all know how my brain works. I want to show y'all something real quick that I seen in my receipts. This was when she put out all kind of stuff about Janosh, right? When she came out and said how he did all that stuff to her. Hold on. Where's that receipt? Just to show how she likes to flip it on social media and make it seem like social media is getting ahead of themselves and social media is the cause of um wait, what is this? Where did this come from? Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Hold on. Just a second. to find it. And this was actually on another blogger's page. Hold up. Here you go. Okay, I gotta don't slam it. She still slams. Okay, hold on. So shout out to this page. What is the name of this page? Nothing but truth, right? Nothing but the truth. This page is on YouTube also, and they had posted basically Laonia's video. She did multiple videos on multiple platforms when she exposed Janelle for the choking, the spitting, and all of that, y'all, just back in December. So this page uh posted the video, basically posted a clip of Laonia's when a woman's fed up video. Okay, let me show y'all how she responds. Because she tends to when she wants Janelle back, she will come on social media and act like people are manipulating her words. Like, people lying on her based on the things that she puts out here. Yeah. Okay, hold on. So this is nothing but the truth. And nothing but the truth posted a video that LaOnya did. As y'all can see here, this is her, right? And you can see on the screen where it says him. This was a post that LaOnya posted. Him. I don't even give a F about baby A since it's a girl. Laugh out loud. I'm just playing. Everything is not a joke. There's truth in the laughter or something in the laugh or the joke. That's what was on that post, right? So she herself posted this. You can see her name right here. But if y'all remember, she put out multiple posts after the fact saying how social media was exaggerating her words and making it more than what it was. How can you, if you put out a post saying he choked me and spit on me, how do you expect social media to take that? If you put out a post saying sending him gifts of love and he responds, uh, thank you, but I much rather you gave me head, how do you think people gonna take that? If you post something about he's already differentiating between no him saying if you post him saying I don't give a F about baby A because it's a girl, and then you say he's already differentiating between the girl and the boy because he wanted two boys, how do you think people are going to take that? They don't have to manipulate that. They don't have to flip that. They don't have to exaggerate that. It's bad enough. Like, what? So, okay, hold on. Let me make this smaller because I made it bigger. Um, Okay. So this page posted her video, y'all, and in the screenshot, well, they made their own video already. So Laonya comments under the girl's video and says, never said I lied, because the girl was basically saying in her video that now she's back on here taking back everything she said, right? But correct me if I'm wrong, but if you come out here and you say this man did this to you, he did that to you, he did this to the baby, he said this about the baby, said that, and then you come back the next day apologizing, taking accountability, and saying you overly exaggerated all of these situations, basically giving a whole nother excuse or breaking down. If y'all remember, she did a whole breakdown and she said he wrote it, right? When she got mad again, she said he wrote it and sent it to her. What to post. But we didn't know that at that time. You crazy for even doing it. I wish I would. I would. But if you take back everything you said, then it's considered a lie. Because you don't have to correct you wouldn't have to come out here and correct something you said, period. So if you come out here and say, oh, I overly exaggerated these situations, then you're basically telling everyone you lied. Period. People ain't about to be playing mind games on social media trying to guess and figure out what you actually meant when it's bold and it ain't in riddle form. Like if you say it blatantly and outright, people gonna take it for what it is. He's an bruiser, according to you. That's something you can't take back. Look at what your ex-husband is dealing with. If you don't want people to stand on what you say, then don't say it. Don't say it. Because you out here ruining lives, ruining livelihoods, ruining reputations when you in your feelings, when you mad. That's not cool. That's not cool, and you can't take it back. And that's one of the reasons why her and Janash was not gonna make it, because they both on social media. She literally makes her income off of social media. He's an actor, and not only is it a karmic relationship, but they're also still and forever will deal with the backlash of social media because she put their business out here, and he's gonna forever. I don't care how many times they break up and make up. He's going to forever hold in the back of his head that she tried to ruin him on social media. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like he still does things intentionally to make her look bad. He still do it. Like that video he posted where she was half naked and he was coming up out that pool while she was over there on her page being a reverend, a disciple for the Lord. And then he posts a video of her half naked clapping her little booty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she didn't want him to post that. Seeing as how she said she was turning over a new leaf and getting her life right with God. But then your man posts this to try to sell some body butter. So, yeah, he's still doing things intentionally. Oh, and not just that, y'all. So, I was looking on his page, right? Something always going. Let me see if I got. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me go to my Google Photos because I was just on his page the other day. Let's type in his name right quick in Google Photos. Give me a second. That's the first one. Where's the other one? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I know y'all impatient. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. We got 345 in the building. Run them likes up for your girl. We should have at least 300 on the likes, okay? And support my goal too. Support your girl super chat goal. Pac ain't greedy. Pac don't ask for much. Support my goal if you can. We got almost 400 people in here. All right, hold on. Because I know I screenshot it. Because I had a feeling that this was going to happen. I be on it, child. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Where is it? I might have to go back and look for it, but hold on to your love. You got to hold on. Where is that screenshot? Dang, I know I got it. I might have to go back and look. Um, uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look, but I'm gonna look while the video is playing. But I'm gonna just tell y'all what it is. So the other day, I was on his page, looking at his stuff or whatever, see if it's something interesting happened, because that's what we do, right? And I seen that he had, of course, his number of followers, which is hold however many he got, I think 100 something thousand followers. If you go on his page, he got 100 something thousand followers, and then it had following two people, right? Following two people. So I clicked on it, and of course, he was following his other Janelle Young page that only has like 30 something thousand followers, right? And then he was following La Onya's Miss Brianna page. This was just the other day. So today, when I went on his page, I noticed that it said following one person, which is now just his other page. So I'm like, oh, love. This is interesting. And y'all know, anytime something going on, a period. There's always a period where he's not posting anything. Like he will stop posting for a couple days, right? But I think something definitely happened because he just all of a sudden unfollowed her. Why would you unfollow your baby mama? Why would you unfollow her, sir? What did she do? She is living up in your home, making dear diary. It's me again. I wonder what happened, y'all. But I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna find the other screenshot because some told me to screenshot it when I seen he was following her because they do this often. When they break up, baby, the first thing they do is unfollow each other on social media. Trust plus, if you've been in the saga, then you know what time it is. They always unfollow each other. And then, but you see, it's different for his page because she's always following him. He hasn't been always following her. For the longest, he wasn't following her. You might see it on Instagram, but not on Facebook, right? But he was following her the other day, and now he's not. He removed that. He unfollowed her on Facebook. Okay? Yeah. I'm gonna go find another screenshot and do a comparison once I start playing the video. It really is kind like who does that? Like we live in the same house. You over there unfollowing me on Facebook. That's so high school. Child, don't follow me at all. Okay? I prefer it that way. Don't follow me because I don't need you uh texting me or calling me every time I make a post or something and you catching subliminals and it ain't even for you. Like, no, we don't need that. We don't need that. Which I don't post nothing anyway. So I barely be on these social media platforms because they ain't what they used to be. Once Facebook stopped letting you use profanity, that's when I started getting off. Cause baby, I had stuff on my mind. Hey Alexis, hey to everybody that's coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your girl. Okay, shout out to y'all. I love y'all, and make sure y'all support my goal. Like I said, y'all be doing me so bad with that super tag goal. Y'all be doing your girl bad. Okay, y'all do me bad. Y'all do me bad. Y'all do me bad. Let me stop. But support my goal if you can, though. If you can, it ain't no pressure. All right, so let's get back to this so I can play that video. So, y'all, she said, Laonya went under her post and said, never said I lied. Never said I lied. I said, there's supposed to be a comma there, you know. But I said the situation was over exaggerated by social media, but have at it. Y'all gonna make up what the F y'all want anyway, right? How do you over exaggerate somebody saying he choked me and spit on me? You didn't give any context to that. Matter of fact, when she initially put those posts out the first time, right? She didn't give context to the situation with her when a woman's fed up story time until the second time she exposed him. Because she exposed him multiple times on social media, at least 3 or 4. But the second time, the very first time she told social media that he choked and spit on her, and this was probably back in October, November of last year, right? Because she actually did the whole when a woman's fed up story time on all social media platforms in December. But this was before that situation happened. But right here, like I said, if you don't give any context, if you come on social media and say your man choked you and spit on you, there's no other way to take that. To say people ran with it and over exaggerated, like she acting like people came out here saying, oh child, he was spitting on her for 3 hours. He choked her till she passed out. Nobody said that. People took it exactly how you gave it. He choked you and spit on you. I don't think it can get any worse. Like what? How did people over? This is what made her look crazy. Okay, because she should have just left that alone. You knew what you was doing, just like her homeboy Super told her on that video when they did that video that what they call it when you let somebody jump on your video, FaceTime video or whatever. When she let him join her live, her homeboy Super on Instagram, and he told her, he said, you knew what you was doing when you posted. You knew it was gonna take off. Well, she said, but I'm on my little boom boom page. You know, I'm on my little page. I ain't think it was gonna do nothing. Girl, you knew exactly what that post was gonna do. I don't care if you posted on a page with 500 with 5 supporters. If you got other pages with millions of followers, somebody is gonna take it, screenshot it, make a video, and then it's gonna continue. It's gonna be a domino effect. So it don't matter which page you posted it on, it's gonna run. It's gonna grow legs. Social media is social media. But to say people exaggerated what you put out is crazy. I mean, what you put out needed no exaggeration. It was bad. Period. So the Nothing But the Truth page said, and I get it, Brianna. I'm not against you at all. I don't have a dog in this race. I'm trying to understand your approach to your situation. You know what's crazy? This page was actually on your side. She basically made a video against Janelle because that's what you wanted, right? You see, this is why you don't run off of emotion, impulsive behavior. Because when you move off of impulse, off of rage, off of uh emotion, this is what happens. And then the next thing you know, you want that man back and you trying to right your wrong, but you wanted people to get on his ass. Because if I could recall, she did a live one time and she was saying It's always on me. I'm always in the fire by myself. I'm always saving everybody. Nobody saves me. And she was even saying how why nobody jumped on his ASS, but they was all on her. So when you put out these type of things and people actually jump on him and start dragging him forward, you don't get to take it back, ma'am. You don't get to come under people's posts and say, "Oh, y'all, y'all taking my words and exaggerating it and making it more than what it is." That's what you call narc behavior. That's what you call gaslighting and manipulation. Everybody is not able to be mined on the internet. Everybody ain't that slow. You could tell. Let me give y'all. Let me tell y'all one right too. You could tell her position in a relationship based on how she move on social media. The fact that she thinks she can mind F the world, right, should pretty much show you how she moves in a relationship with these men. Ain't no victim in that. Ain't no victim in that. You gotta really, really hold yourself to a certain regard and hold people, the world, to a certain regard, a low regard at that, to think that you can post something like that. He spit on me and choked me, and then double back and come out here and say people took your words and exaggerated them. That's what you call playing on people's top to the 10th power. No. And that's why I said you could tell how she imagine her in a relationship. Imagine the manipulation, the gaslighting in the conversations with her and her partner. If she moved like that on social media, child, I would never believe you a victim. So that person, like I said, was on her side, y'all. It was on her side. Until they started seeing also that she was foolish. And then the person, the Nothing But the Truth page, also commented and said, "How did social media exaggerate the situation when you painted Janelle as a bad person, as the bad person? Make it make sense. Make it make sense." I'm gonna give y'all another example. Watch. Lupac, you remember when she did one of those doorbell testimonies, but she was going up on him and told everybody to chat and not go. That goes. Wait, hold on. You might have to retype that. You said, Lupac, you remember when she did one of those doorbell testimonies, but she was going up on him and she told everybody to chat and not goes, that goes, share that past at all. Girl, what pretty eyes? What? You must have was typing fast as hell. Wow, you got to retype that. Either I'm slow or listen. I don't understand none of that. You say Lupac, you remember when she did one of those doorbell testimonies, but she was going up on him and she told everybody to chat and not goes, share that pass at all. Yeah, retype that, babe. Retype that. Y'all gotta stop typing fast. Cause y'all be having me like I be squinting trying to figure out what y'all saying. She moved that. She moved into that ninja house, and now he over there treating her like if she can't even leave. Let me tell y'all something about that too, because that's one of the things that I've been saying. You have to be really, really careful. I could tell. I could tell you, and I'm pretty sure a lot of women can speak to this situation based on experience, right? When you with a man, right, and at least 80% of that relationship has been complete toxicity, complete hell. 80%. The other 20 is good moments, right? And based on what we can see from everything that's been put out on the internet, majority of that relationship has been complete hell and toxicity because it is a karmic relationship, right? What do you think is going to happen if you give and a bruiser, a narc that much power, that much control over you. You uproot your family, your kids, a man to a man. First of all, this is the same man who told you in an argument, "F you and them kids. I'll murk you and ain't nobody gonna find you." Right? Same man who was mad at you and took the game back from your son that he gave him, Indian giver. Same man. That's for one. That's very childish. Because anytime, first of all, why are you including my kid? You telling me if I look at it like this, I pay attention. I'm very logical, analytical. If we in an argument and you include my kids who don't have nothing to do with our situation, that's a problem for me. Tell me how you really feel. Because he told her, a lot of times when people mad, that's when you get true feelings. He told her how he really felt about her kids in those moments. F you and your kids should have never came out that man's mouth. Never. I don't care how mad you are at me. They not in our arguments. This ain't about them. And to even take something back that you gave my child is just as bad. That should have told her, keep it pushing. When a man show you, listen, child, it don't get no worse than that. When he show, it's one thing for him to show you how he really feel about you, but to express certain sentiments about your kids and you as the mother is supposed to be their protector, they don't have nowhere else to go. They with you. So that means this is how I look at it, y'all. That, in my opinion, basically means that they have to live in hell also, involuntarily. They have to suffer because now they know that man don't really care for them, and mommy is still choosing to stay with him. That's some crazy work, bro. That is some crazy work. But child, I forgot what I was gonna say because I wanted to give y'all another example, like this post right here, to show how she will manipulate or attempt to manipulate the whole entire internet just to get him back. Just to get him back, her a bruiser, right? Let me give y'all another example before we run some of that premiere to show them live. Hold up. Hold up. This was a good one. Matter of fact, this was the very hold on. Oh shoot, hold on. Somebody sent me something. Who is that? Okay, I'm gonna have to go look. Let me go do my research before I say so. Let me do my research to the person that just sent me that email, that screenshot. Let me do a little research first. Okay, hold on, y'all. Go to my videos. We got 349 in the building, y'all. We should have at least 300 on the lights now. Let me get 300 on the lights, y'all. Let me get 300 on the lights. Shout out to the two people that just sent me super chats. I see it. I ain't got to them yet in the chat, but I can see them at the top. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for supporting my goal. Okay, hold up. Let me go in my receipts. Let's show y'all these two examples, right? Of how she'll come to the internet in an impulsive rage behavior, right? When she mad. And then when she have a talk with him, she'll come back the next day and try to blame the internet for her behavior. Or saying the internet made it what it wasn't, right? Hold up. Let me show y'all. Where's the recording? Okay, here we go. We'll find one with not a lot of profanity. Let's see. Not this one. Let's try this one. Y'all can hear it. Why is it playing? Why is it not? I ain't even got it connected. Hold on, y'all.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay, So let me give y'all a little context to this audio that I have right here. So this was a time where this was back in, it says March of 2024. That's what my screen recording says. March of 2024. So last year. So apparently Janelle had went on that page on Facebook, the big page that she created and built up for him. And he went live popping his itch a little bit. And he was live basically telling the people, I'm big single. Because people was asking where she was. And he was on the live talking about I'm big single, right? So they must have had a altercation prior to him doing that, right? So her, in retaliation, she waited till a couple hours later to go on Instagram and go live talking about him. After he did that, popping her ish. Hold up, let me get to a good one.
Like, don't ever think
Hold on.
you can play on my motherfucking top.
Try to find one without a lot of profanity.
Not you feeling yourself. Not you feeling yourself. And so you like, you know what? Let me go jump in the DM and beg bitches to fuck with me. Let me go see if I got it. Man, we be making motherfuckers feel like.
Okay, hold on,
y'all. At the end of the day,
I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of each one because it's a lot of profanity in these clips.
Motherfucking bag on the motherfucker. Because if I had 1,000 or less followers when you started dating, you made them.
Now she made them. Okay, and let me tell y'all this. You notice how she's reading comments, right? She's like the person said in the comments, he had 1,000 followers when you met him, you made him, right? So she started hollering facts. I'm gonna play it a little bit more, but that's just to show y'all because on the next video, the one she made the next day, apologizing to him and taking a quote unquote accountability, she's tried to blame the audience and said that the audience made it feel how she felt. That was her exact words. She said, y'all was taking my words to make it feel how I felt. But you didn't have, first of all, you went live to drag him. You didn't have to agree with what the people, the only reason why the people was even saying these things in the comments is because of what you were saying to them. They didn't know y'all had broke up. You the one went live doing this. So to try to make it seem like the people in the comments is overly exaggerating your words is crazy. Watch, listen.
Got you monetized, helped you with your business, promoting your business. What? Let's see what you do now. What?
Okay, hold up.
Don't even mention the nigga on my live. Don't even get that nigga no more clout. He ran his time. He got his time. Hopefully the motherfucker do something. Hold on. Like, oh my mama, nobody would. And these motherfuckers be trying to be master manipulators. What? Brianna is fully, and it wasn't just one. It was multiple biggins. It was multiple biggins.
The one right here.
Like I can't. It's giving you knew you was ugly. So now it's like, damn, how I pull her. So let me see if I can pull another one.
I heard that, huh?
That's what it's giving. It's giving like, let me see how far I can take this because damn.
Not it's giving you knew you was ugly. That's interesting. Right? Hold on. I gotta find the Build-A-Bear.
Like I'm still withholding right now because it's not for everybody to know every single thing, but I'm good. If fine is farting and digging up their nose and flicking fucking boogers everywhere, and I mean, hey, then that's fine. If that's fine to you, then go pick it up. The trash has been in the dumpster. Go pick it up. Hey, focus on no. I don't. Hey, focus on no more Build-A-Bears. I'm not building no more bears. So tell Build-A-Bear shop is closed. Build-A-Bear shop is
Y'all heard that, huh? Make sure y'all listen good to the Build-A-Bear part, because I'm gonna play the other one. She did another live the very next day saying she didn't say this. Watch. I'm gonna run it back one more time, the Build-A-Bear part.
Hey, focus on no more Build-A-Bears. I'm not building no more bears. So tell Build-A-Bear shop is closed. Build-A-Bear shop is closed. I don't want to build no more bears. The bank is closed. I don't want to build no more bears.
I don't wanna build no more bears. That would have been a good little song, child. I don't wanna build no more bears. All right, y'all remember that part. Now let's go to the very next day. The very next day, they had to reconcile that night or early that morning, and he made her come back to social media and apologize and take accountability. Watch this. But notice how what she said about the Build-A-Bear. Let's start here.
Apparently, everybody is running with some type of narrative of
Not
me
narrative.
defaming somebody and talking shit about somebody. But at the end of the day, I still feel how I feel. I will not be disrespected. Nobody will disrespect me. And
Notice how she started the video off saying, apparently everybody is running with some type of narrative that I defamed somebody and I disrespected somebody, as if she didn't. You did, ma'am. You were saying he was ugly, or it's given that you knew you was ugly, so you said, "Let me go." Basically, try my hand at begging bees to f with them in they DM because he pulled you. You call him a Build-A-Bear. You said the trash is at the dumpster. Go pick it up. If fine is farting and picking and plucking and flicking boogers and putting them on chop. What she didn't say about him. Okay? I didn't even play the part where she said Hulu owe her a check because if it wouldn't be for her, she promoted that show. Nobody would have knew who he was. She was the table, the napkin, the chair. Da, 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 da. Now I ain't saying she wasn't in that relationship, but you acting like you didn't say that. Hold up.
that's that. I cannot take credit for somebody's show. Okay.
Didn't she say I made you? Didn't y'all just hear me play that clip where she say I made you? She said, if it wouldn't be for me, nobody would know who you are. Hold up.
Cannot take credit for somebody's show. I wanted to come live because the other night I was live at 2 o'clock in the morning and I was talking to y'all about how I felt.
And the crazy part is she he was in his house making this video. Like he probably was in the kitchen listening to make sure she was doing it right. But she was standing in his hold on, it looked like his living room area making the video.
And I was reading some of y'all comments. And I was reading them out loud. And everybody was like, well, she's bashing. I'm not bashing anybody. So if anybody felt like I was bashing anybody, I apologize.
Y'all heard? Y'all heard? Okay, and this is the thing that I don't like, right? Because people quick to say she's the only one who takes accountability. She doesn't take it. First of all, know the definition of accountability. Know the real, true definition. You cannot pinpoint or put something off on another person prior to you taking accountability. It don't work like that. When you take accountability, you take soul. Soul meaning one, soul meaning only. You take the one and only responsibility for your actions and your actions alone. You can't include if and but 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you and only you. And let that other person speak for themselves when it's their turn. Notice how she said, I went live and I was reading y'all comments, and that's her, excuse me, basically setting the stage to let it be known that I was going off of what y'all was saying. I don't hold no responsibility. No, ma'am. You hit that live button because they wouldn't have been able to even make those comments had you not went live talking about this man. Thank you, Cree. Shout out to Cree's Conversation Lounge for the super. Thank you for the love, my love. Make sure y'all go follow Cree, baby. Listen, real good content, keeping it real. Okay, make sure y'all go follow her over there. All right, hold on.
I was not bashing anybody. However, when I was reading comments, people screen recorded it and made it to feel how I felt. I can't.
Y'all heard that? However, I wasn't bashing anybody, but when I went live, people screen recorded it to make it feel how I felt. Ma'am, what? That don't even make sense. Let's run it back.
And I was reading them out loud, and everybody was like, well, she's bashing. I'm not bashing anybody. So if anybody felt like I was bashing, I wanted to come live because the other night I was live at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was talking to y'all about how I felt. And I was reading some of y'all comments. And I was reading them out loud. And everybody was like, well, she's bashing. I'm not bashing anybody. So if anybody felt like I was bashing anybody, I apologize. I was not bashing anybody. However, when I was reading comments,
imagine going live, and this is how you know it's definitely giving narc behavior, right? Because she can't even fully say who she's talking about taking account. Like she going all around it. If anybody felt like I was bad, girl, you know doggone well you just had a conversation with this man and he made you do this live in order for you to get back in good with him in his good graces. Talking about if anybody felt like I was bashing anybody, the only person you was talking about on the live was Janelle. Make it make sense. Like, what? Why are you going all around it? Just say why you're here, ma'am. We know he done made you come back and apologize and take accountability for saying that you do everything for him, even though we already know that. But he don't want it to be blatantly outright out there. Of course, no man wants that. Child, this is a whole circus.
people screen recorded it and made it to feel how I felt. I can't take credit for somebody's show or whatever they got going on in life. But however, I can say, hey, I promoted this. Hey, I shouted this out.
And if I could recall, y'all, wasn't it was a whole lot of controversy with people saying that RH said, oh, because no, well, it wasn't even RH, to be honest. It was the people in the comments that were saying RH made her, right? People were saying he made her. Even though you know what somebody's talking about when they say they made you. Not like God, like come on now. Let's use a little common sense. Ain't nobody saying, oh, I made them as a person, as being a human. No. When somebody says, oh, I made you, meaning that nobody would know who you are, at least these many people, if it wasn't for me. And what I contributed to your life, baby. But it's okay for her to say that she made Janelle though. Like, no, we can't pinpoint victim with a convenience. We can't make her a victim out of convenience. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. She can't be a victim one day and then be the aggressor the next. Like, what? What's really going on? That's not cool. The same person that she tried to paint her ex-husband to be is given that she's 10 times worse. But people are downplaying it because she's a female. Y'all better stop acting like female got female mob bosses and henchmen out here. We gotta keep it above. Like it ain't a whole lot of women doing life in prison for unloading the clip, for ending lives. Like women are just as powerful as men. And it's definitely smarter a lot of times. No offense, fellas. No offense. But y'all know how it goes.
Apparently, people are saying that I bashed Janelle. I did not bash Janelle.
So she didn't bash him, y'all. Did y'all not hear that clip where she said somebody said that Janelle was fine in the comments, and she said, "Well, if fine is farting, uh, picking your boogers and plucking them everywhere, and if that's fine, then the trash is at the dumpster. Go pick it up." But she went back, child. She barely waited 10 hours before she went get the trash from the dumpster that she threw away the night before, because if she didn't go back and pick it up, she wouldn't have been making this live stream. So imagine, and that makes me think back to the situation with RH. Now, mind you, she was the one who started the whole RH is not a grower rumor. He's a pinky. Remember? Oh, I never orgasmed the whole 6 years. Mind you, right? She started that. But yet went crazy on the internet. Couldn't get over this man. Even with a new man in her bed, she was still subbing her ex-husband, going back and forth. She was at Janelle's event on live stream talking about her ex-husband. Like, women, if you know, you know. That's one thing. If nobody else knows, women definitely know. One thing about women is we'll say his thing is small to piss him off. We'll say his thing is small so no other woman will want him, even though it don't work. I don't know why women still do that. That does not work. If anything is gonna, especially if your behavior doesn't align with what you're saying. If you saying he's a pinky, he's a Vienna sausage, he's a shrimp, but you going crazy on the internet, baby, somebody gonna want to test it out. Somebody gonna want to see if it's really giving shrimp. Like, make it make sense. But notice how, like I said, she called Janelle trash. She said the trash is at the dumpster. Go pick it up. If fine is farting and flicking boogers, then go get the trash from the dumpster. But she went get the trash before anybody else could. She went herp and got that trash before Waste Management even had time to do they route.
Apparently, people are. I just wanted to come live and apologize for anybody who has hurt feelings,
Look,
because I could have sworn I just came on here to speak on how I felt. I didn't drag nobody. I didn't defame anybody. I just came on here to say how I felt and how I'm standing on business without anybody disrespecting me.
so imagine saying all you did was come live and said how you felt and how you were standing on business without anybody disrespecting you, right? But in between that in the midst of that conversation of you saying how you felt and standing on business without anybody disrespecting you, you were disrespecting them. You said he was a builder. You even made a song, a jingle. I don't want to build no more bears. The bank is closed. You told people he plugged bookers. That ain't even it. Y'all only played a few of the clips. She even said that she would be filling up his car, his gas tank. She say, ladies, are y'all out here doing that? Filling up gas tanks and ish? I was doing too much. That was her words verbatim. He told all of his business in the midst of her standing on business, quote unquote, and speaking on how she felt. You can speak on how you feel without doing all that extra. No, you wanted to. She listen. If a relationship does not go her way, she has to ruin a man's image before she exits, and that's just what it is, point blank and the period. All the men that we know of that she has dealt with, she has talked about on social media Sleepy, RH, and now Janasha. And the crazy part is Janasha's still with her. And she didn't drug him for filth. Every single man that we know of, because I'm pretty sure it's a good bit of others, right? But the ones that she was actually with, as far as had kids with, all have had bad names according to her. Stuff that she put out about all three allegedly being abusive to her. Not acknowledging the things that she do and say or the role that she plays. Hey, Casharel, you said she took the birthday trip pictures down off her IG page and they are not following on IG anymore. Huh, I'm not surprised. I told y'all something going on. Imagine, that's what I was speaking to. Imagine, I got off that conversation because y'all know I be all over the place, child. That's how my brain works, right? But y'all know me by now. But you in a relationship that's 80% toxic, 20% okay, right? And for at least the longest parts of the relationship, you have been very, very independent. You have been the carrier financially of the relationship. You have your own place. He got his own place. You pay all your bills and his. But you still hold certain powers because you have your own place. But the minute you move in with this man, you give him your power. You took away your own power. So now you have to deal with, imagine breaking up with somebody damn near every week and then you go move in with them. First of all, if y'all can't get it together living separately, how is it going to work y'all living together? Imagine that. I'm going to go move in with a man that I break up with or he break up with me. Every week we breaking up, right? Because he's a bachelor at heart. This is not a family man. Now, mind you, he got 2 kids with her now, but he's never been a family man. And the proof is in the pudding. He barely acknowledges her other kids. Like, we can see that. We done seen the receipts. We done seen all of that, right? But the fact that you and this man have broken up probably by 20 to 30 times since y'all been together, why would you move in with him? If his behavior, he would have to, y'all, when I tell you, he would have to really, 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 really do a 360. And personally, based on what I could see, I don't think he has done that. I think she just moved in with him, just off the strength of them having them twins. And it is what it is. She just moved in over them. And that's just my opinion, right? But that's something you don't do. You don't do that. It's not even just a man, when a person show you who they are, you believe them the first time. And in your case, you've had at least 15 to 20 times to believe who he actually is. The first time wasn't good enough. That's like constantly asking God for a sign. God, just give me, if this man ain't for me, give me a sign, God, give me a sign. And next thing you know, you walking down the street, right? And you got your head in your phone and you run into the stop sign. Bump your head and say, no, God, that was, that was something, but it wasn't, too much. Like, I'm good, I ain't hurt. What? Are you praying and asking God if this man is for you? God, give me a sign. If he for me, God, give me a sign. Give me a sign, God. Give me a sign, right? And he go to sleep and his phone start ringing and it's Little Caesar's Pizza at 11 o'clock at night, right? Hot and ready. Little somebody calling him from quote unquote Little Caesars at 11 p.m. They not even open, Boo Boo Kitty. They not even open. And you still giving the benefit of the doubt. Oh, you know what? It could be somebody who stayed late at work, You know, he might be cool with somebody that work at Little Caesars and they stayed late to, you know, clean up and make sure everything was good once the store closed. Child, stop playing with God. Stop asking God for signs if you know you're going to ignore them. Because some of them signs could be so in your face and you will still ignore it. Like, child, just chill. Don't play with God no more. Don't play with him no more. All right. I think y'all have heard enough of those audios, right? Just to show y'all how she will manipulate the internet, gaslight the internet just to get this man back who she puts out here as what he is. He is who he is, child. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. So we run this. But somebody said she took off the birthday trip pictures down off her IG page and they are not following each other on IG anymore. If something don't fit, don't force. That's what I have to say to that. Something don't fit, don't force it, y'all. Hey Jessica. He been stopped doing skits with Country Wayne. I could never leave my own house to make my kids and myself uncomfortable. First of all, that's to me, that's law. If first of all, I look at it like this, right? If I have kids with another man, I would never in hell leave my house because these kids are not biologically kids. That's just something I don't believe in. No, we ain't doing that. We are not. Unless we gonna put together and get something together, that's different. But me uproot my kids into your home where you would have easy access and you just put me out at any time, child by, it will never happen. Never happen. Unless it's your child that I have, you know, we share kids, but no, that's crazy to me. Someone said check your inbox. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me check. While I'm checking, because I gotta pee. Let me take this down. I need to pee, y'all. And I'm gonna run. Let me start let's start the video. Just so y'all can see some of the lies from this I don't tell no lies style. Hold up. Hold on, y'all see Mari? Mari gonna let you know the lie detector sermon. Let me go pee.
You guys, don't be a Brianna. Please don't be a Brianna.
There's nothing worse than telling a dumb lie and getting caught telling a dumb lie.
Sick of people saying somebody put me on. I put myself on. I did that.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Let me make you eat your own words, baby. Let me tell you something. I have my own business, which is what he has helped me got today. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even have this fan page. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be making as much money as I am making. That's the king, okay? When he come into your life and upgrade you, not downgrade you and try to control your every thought and your every move. So when people kept saying, oh, that's she talking about herself, no, baby, because I am where I am today because of my husband. My husband upgraded me, not downgraded me, not controlling me, not do what I want to do when I want to.
If it was from him, he would show me how to make money on social media, and I would be on his page as an admin.
Oh my God! Wow! What to do? Listen, I'm reading through this paperwork. This is my divorce paperwork that I filed, and I'm reading through the paperwork. Right?
I went and filed a divorce because you had no choice. I love you, bud. I love you.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
This morning, the police came to my door to serve me with my divorce papers. He was like, I ain't never seen nobody this excited to get their divorce papers. I don't want to talk about you, and I don't want to see nothing mentioned about you, which is why you're blocked on every single platform and every single damn phone.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
You've been sharing posts all day from these YouTubers. Leave me alone. And your lawyer said
my client can't get her on the weekends because he works. He does skits and he raps on the weekends. Yeah. Well, all I see is him driving and sitting in people's beds at night before clothes on and eating food.
Try to judge me, man. I can't judge me.
Stars Nicole, are you and Desharia good despite her? Me and Desharia are good. Why would we be bad? I mean, we don't have to talk for us to be in, so we're good. We're good. Nobody can come between that or ruin that. However, I am no longer stepmom or mom. I'm just Brianna. Now, only thing I care about is my 3-year-old child, and that's the only person I will ever care about when it comes to you.
What kind of shit is that?
On the internet, lying, telling people I'm trying to hold you away from your child.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Father needs to see his child, and he will see his child once it's done black and white paperwork, and also once her therapist signs off on it. See, what y'all don't understand is my daughter has been going to therapy, and a lot of y'all didn't know that until that last live where I played where him busting in the door and my daughter seen a lot of things. A lot of y'all don't know that my daughter saw a lot of things since she was born that happens in the house with arguments, abuse, and whatsoever. So my daughter has been in therapy for months. Once we go to court and the judge signs off and subpoenas the therapist, everybody will, it's public record, everybody will see the trauma that my daughter is going through. So no, I'm not just gonna hand my daughter off who's screaming and crying and in fear. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, you may do that, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna follow the terms of the judge and what the lawyer says and what my daughter therapist says. And as of right now, I do not have an order that says I have to do that.
That was childish, man. That wasn't even called for.
I've never in my life said attack anyone. Pull the receipt. Get him, Bree Hive. I never say he didn't do anything. I say he never broke anything on me before.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
What I said was he wasn't a woman. That's what I said. When I said over 6 years, I'm talking about emotionally, mentally. I don't think y'all know what fully extent of different types of abuse. Now. Same house, let me scroll up. I ain't gonna show no address. It's like, how he try to expose my address all the time.
Very interesting. I've never seen any proof of LaTruth showing her address online, but here's the proof of her posting his. Check this out, y'all. Robert Lee Hansen, and I blurted out the actual address. She gave his age, all of that.
I want to make sure I give your boss a video of all of this because I think it's trifling.
Just found out the other day my life the same day as my premiere.
You're lying, really.
That's why he went out of town and tried to stay extra days out of town because it was a hit.
No way.
I hope them same people that's cheering when he get charged for that is gonna cheer for that. That's what I want to see. Screenshots.
So it's like it's so much stuff that I could be saying. I ain't got.
Did somebody come and tell?
Yes, the person that
he paid.
The person they orchestrated it from.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And insinuate that to get anybody upset. I was told that Tamika, him, and Toya came up with this idea to have a hit on my life while he was out of town. That's what I was told. I do not have the facts to go behind that, so I dismissed that and went on with my life. But I did, however, report it to the police, but because I do not have it in written documents or text messages, I couldn't pursue it. But yes, it was told to me from social media, just like y'all get y'all stuff from seeing what somebody said online. It was told to me.
Emotional, damn it.
Man has always secured his kids, but I didn't let you know because you so every time I would tell you something about him, it would always turn into an argument. So to avoid arguments, I didn't let you know that man was doing for his kids, but he has always done for his kids.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I had 3 kids, honey. Before my husband, I had 3 kids by one. He still is. And you know what? My kids were still good. I'm still good. I didn't make you to go get married. So if you couldn't afford to be married and take care of your family and take care of your child that you got outside of the household, that's your. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but I'm not about to feel bad for you. That's your problem. Married or not,
My husband makes sure that his daughter is good outside his household. He makes sure she got clothes on her back. He makes sure he don't even have to pay for her lights. But if her lights get cut off, he's paying that bill to get the lights cut back on because his daughter is in that house. So no, I'm not saying he's obligated to paying the light bill and et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, that's still your child. And because you got married and because you got family duties and other bills in your other household don't mean you got to stop paying for the other child because you moved on and you're in a new relationship.
You look a mess.
I love you, bud. I love you. It's okay, little Bill. Take the L.
You got nothing to lose but the relationship, like really.
I want to do better as a wife, and I want to learn, and I want to be open. This is my first marriage, so I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it work. So.
Oh my God! Wow!
My daughter is in fear. My daughter is trembling. My daughter don't want to go.
Do you want to see your daddy? No. Do you want to talk to him? No. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Why? Why?
You do know what you're doing ain't gonna matter.
Why?
What you're doing ain't gonna matter.
Why?
Yeah. Look at daddy. Come on, come on. What? You want to see daddy?
Come open the door. She don't want to go to school. Love you.
What I said was he wasn't a woman beat. That's what I said. When I said 6 years, I'm talking about emotionally, mentally. Y'all, I don't think y'all know what fully extent of different types is.
Girl, what? It came to a point where I had to go do a lie detector test on myself to prove to myself that I was being a
6 years of gaslighting, 6 years of emotional, 6 years of being across the floor. Jesus. Can you imagine your children knocking on the door, screaming, let my mommy out, let my mommy out, please let my mommy out, screaming. And then every time you call the system fails you.
Brianna, you came to my house with lingerie on.
Probably thought I came to your house with lingerie on. Who gives a fuck? If Precious came over here with lingerie,
Brianna, you came to my house with lingerie and then you said I'm using.
what does that mean?
Because you said I'm you. You said no, because anybody can't come to my house. You just asked me why am I using you for sex. You came here with lingerie on.
Okay. People fight all the time, and people fight and go to court, back and forth, because they don't want no divorce.
Well, that's not the case with me because all I'm saying to you is no, that's not the case with me. If I file for a divorce, I'm gonna get a divorce. I don't do that fake stuff people do.
Ain't nobody gotta do nothing fake.
I'm just saying if you're not
I wanted to and just drag your ass out to court.
Brianna, if you wanted to, Brianna, that ain't gonna. That's not how it works, and that's not how it works. That's not how that works here. No, that's not how it works here. It doesn't work that way here.
Okay.
They will sign it for you if you don't do it. That's how it works.
What do you want?
They will terminate it. We ain't got to be the ones to do it. They will.
If I don't show up,
they will terminate it regardless, Brianna.
Get the topic. Move on. I've moved on. Y'all better learn how to do that. If you don't learn nothing else, take notes, sis, on how to move on. Because I am that.
It's really annoying, y'all. It's really annoying. This guy. Hold on. Why my flash on? How you turn the flash off? Oh, there you go. Really at my house with the police? Like, are you for real? Be for real. Be for real. Be for real, huh? He playing Brigo. Why this man at my house, y'all, with the police, y'all? Please get police boy, okay? Please. 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 This don't make no sense. Yes, that's Tupac, girl. Come get him, somebody.
We do not care.
Simply log off or get off. Block the person, remove the person, don't go looking for it. Whatever, maybe. But some people don't know how to do that. So I said all that to say, it's a lot of people out here that cannot handle social media.
What's wrong with you?
Nah, he brought the cops here, son. It's crazy. He really pulled up with the cops. Boy is a op. Boy is op. And I'm outside. All that shit be talking, I'm outside. I'm outside. Look, slid off. He don't want no smoke. He don't want no smoke. He don't want no smoke, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Filling gas tanks up. Like, oh, what is I'm doing? What am I doing? What am I like? Ladies, if you on my live, are y'all out here filling up gas tanks? Let me know. Let me know what y'all doing. Dating people, you know what I'm saying? Like, filling up gas tanks, promoting businesses, and you was doing too much. Thank you. I was doing too much.
You gotta stop coming to the internet with your personal business. Well, baby, when somebody bring my personal business to the internet, then baby, I'm gonna address it. Cause the one thing about it, you ain't about to play on my top when I've been nothing but good to you as a friend and as your girl. Like, you gonna go run to my people because they technically my people, because you ain't had shit before me. You ain't had no following, no nothing before me. So you gonna try to run to them and tell them, trying to be smart on some slick shit. I'm big single. Okay. Okay. The fuck you gonna try to run to my about? Like, that's my following. Your whole platform belong to me. What are you talking about?
If fine is farting and digging up their nose and flicking everywhere, and I mean, hey, then that's fine. If that's fine to you, then go pick it up. The trash has been in the dumpster. Go pick it up.
I don't want to feel no more fears. I'm back, y'all. I had to use the bathroom. I had to warm my coffee. I had to see what them cheering was doing in my front. Listen, whew, we got company outside. I had to make sure everything was, them cheering ain't tracking my floor coming up out there pool. Hey, thank you, Miss Kathy, for that super sticker. Thank you, my love. Let me go up and see what y'all talking about. Hey to everybody that's just coming in. Y'all, please run them lights up for your girl. Support my super chat goal if you can. It is appreciated, I swear. If I miss anybody, hey to everybody. One collective hey. Let me see. Let me go down and we're gonna keep running the video. But as you guys can see, the purpose of me playing with this not playing with it, y'all. Playing this video is to show y'all how the lies were rebutted, right? With her own receipts. It don't get no better than that. When you can rebuttal somebody's lies with their own words and their own receipts, there's no question in it. Like, that's why it's always best to be transparent and authentic initially. Because this is what happens. One thing about a lie, baby, a lie travels. A lie gonna travel. And I definitely went verified. Shout out to the person that said she deleted the birthday trip pictures off her Instagram, and they both unfollowed each other on Instagram. That is factual information. I would verify myself, so that is true. Like I said, y'all, he did unfollow her on Facebook, so I don't know what's going on, y'all. But yeah, he did. He did, which is crazy because she just did New Beginnings, Dear Diary, in his house, basically showing the world I've moved in with my baby daddy, and we on to some new beginnings, right? That's crazy. It's crazy how them new beginnings can be swept away so fast. But like I always say, Sharon don't keep no man. She should know that because she's on her third baby daddy. So you should know firsthand that kids don't keep a man around. And by frankly, if I was, I wouldn't even want him around. That is crazy. All right, let me see. Let me go down. I'm trying to catch up with y'all in the comments, and we're gonna run it back. Hey, today. Let's see. What's up, Real Talk No Chaser? Shout out to you. That's Brother Pratt in the building, y'all. The one who did my intro, outro. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Mimi 36. Let's see, let's see. I locked the door on the edge. Not even not. I'm a big dog. I don't like that. I don't like that in and out. We don't do that, baby. I'm old school like my grandma. No running in and out. I don't like flies. I don't like bugs. I don't like none of that. Hey, when will I get? Okay, I'm finally at the bottom. You've been saying the storm. I told y'all that's not even the storm. That's not even it. So this is something else. Okay, this is something totally different. That's not even it. Y'all gonna see. Let's finish playing a little bit more. Just a little bit more to show a little history.
I don't want to build no more bears. The bank is closed.
Oh, and let me add, this post right here was him trying to break it off with her, basically putting out a public statement to get ahead of all the noise. Because at this time, y'all, this is old, but at this time, it was a lot going on social media. His name was involved heavy, heavy. Even before she came, this was before she came out and exposed him herself, right? This was just in the midst of her and RH's drama. So him with his publicist tried to get ahead of it and basically say very, very nicely and frankly that we are no longer together, but we're gonna grow in love and we still gonna be a close-knit family, but we ain't together. But that was very short-lived.
Build no more bears. I don't want to build no more bears.
And when I tell you the first sight of a red flag, I'm running. I'm running because I learned.
And this right here was her basically trying to debunk the Pretty Bree situation. Yeah, she tried to debunk that and say that no man has ever cheated on her or any of the above, even though we all know that was lies because Tasha K exposed the Pretty Bree situation. Not only did she expose it, Dawn exposed it also with the actual receipts validating everything. So yeah, and this showed that when Pretty Bree put out those receipts, showing that she was with Janelle on October 6th or 7th. This was Laonia's post on October 6th to show that they were still together while he was dealing with Pretty Bree.
What love is. So learn to stop trying to be the wife and learn how to actually be a girlfriend. Okay, a lot of us be like, oh, I'm gonna go give him wifely duties and do this and do that and give him all the wifey things so he can go ahead and wife me up. No.
Asking no questions about cheating because y'all swear up and down somebody was cheating on me. Nobody ever cheated on me. What y'all don't know is those times we were not a couple. So no need in addressing it. And I'm loving the man I'm growing with because he learning his stuff. I'm learning myself. We're becoming better every day. I'm so proud of him for how far he has come. Because, baby, that man has done a lot of growing. A lot of growing since we met.
Y'all can see the last post I had circled. It was October 6th where she was professing her love for Janelle. And then Pretty Bree posted this October 7th, showing that he was, she was at his house And this is that same blue sectional that Laonya be on even to this day. Imagine that. He would have had to get completely new furniture for me to be up in that mug. Listen, ain't no way. This girl came out here and said that they would be having SCX on that blue sectional. And you can clearly see Pretty Bree's leg right here. He ain't got no shirt on over here. So I could only imagine what they did on this sofa. And you, ma'am, are now present day posting Dear Diaries on that very same section. That sectional would have had to been at the curb, waiting for waste management to do their route. Ain't no way at HELL I would be laid up on that sectional or even having my babies on that dirty, nasty ass section. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. We ain't doing that. Ugh, oh, child. Listen, it has to go. She said, y'all, do y'all remember when Pretty Bree said that the CUM stains was still on the sectional? Like, that is disgusting.
I met him in January. Done a lot of growing, and I'm so proud of him for that. I'm happy for him for that. Happy for his growth. Salute him for that. Never been cheated on. Trust that.
This is all I got. Don't take my baby, okay? I've been away from my baby.
And they was like, who is Latrue? And I was like, he the brute.
He the mother.
Okay, so I know you guys probably wondering, like, dang, Pac is all over the place with this video, child. Well, in all actuality, you guys.
Okay, we've seen that part.
This really happened to me. This really happened to me.
This really happened to me. This really happened to me.
This really happened to me. This really happened to me. It's about old as hell.
Brianna Hampton. She just pepper sprayed me. She just pepper sprayed me for no reason in my house.
I can't keep following me.
No, I ain't following you nowhere. No, I don't have a. You really doing this lying stuff again? I'm recording everything.
Please hurry.
Yeah, please hurry, because she's crazy. Please hurry, she's crazy.
Thank you.
Please hurry up, she's crazy.
I can't keep following.
No, I'm not. I'm upstairs. You downstairs. Do what you do. No, I'm not. Do what you do. I'm way up here. Do what you do.
And the Oscar goes to.
And that's in regards to the domestic situation. The 911 operator asked you, did anybody have any? He hasn't, so I told him that. What did I lie about?
Brianna, can you get yourself to somewhere safe?
I can't keep following me.
No, I ain't following you nowhere. No, I don't have a gun.
But he didn't have the gun.
But the 911 operator asked
But
me,
yeah,
anybody in the home on the.
Yeah, that's like.
Wow. Crazy. You're crazy, girl.
Posted a picture of my being broke. I didn't say Robert Hampton. I didn't say Robert Hampton. Me and you know what the they told me. And they ain't gotta be repeating myself. I didn't do it to myself. You did it. You did it. No, I'm gonna address you in my time when you stop lying. You might keep lying. I didn't say you was a woman beater. I said you on top of my head. And push me down with your body. You pushed me down with your body with that toe. Didn't the woman do shit? I didn't never come on here and say he be black and blue. I said this happened to me with this tote. I said you've been at me for 6 years. I'm talking about emotional and mental has been happening for 6 years. Control has been happening for 6 years. I just played a recording showing y'all why I haven't been going to church.
Every day. So when people see me like, oh, you were this, oh, you were that, for 6 years of going through that, 6 years of gaslighting, 6 years of emotional, 6 years of being and across the floor.
Jesus.
Can you imagine
your children knocking on the door, screaming, let my mommy out. Let my mommy out. Please let my mommy out, screaming. And then every time you call the system fails you because they don't arrest anybody. And all they say is, oh, you're married. So the only thing we can do is just tell you guys to go and set a price of the house when you don't know when you leave my house. It's back at it again. But people don't.
Emotional, damn it.
Y'all, imagine what them kids got to say now with everything they didn't witness with her and Janelle. What y'all think they'll be saying now? What y'all think they'll be saying now? She was crying on that platform. That was around the time she was doing the DV tour, right? Because she had to prove a Bruce to get that alimony, baby. So she did her big one, but it didn't work, of course. The judge, no, ma'am, no ham. It's her. Even though, like I told y'all, the gag is that the DV wasn't even mentioned in the divorce. If you look at the divorce decree, you don't have nothing about DV. Nothing. Nathaniel. None of that. So it was real ironic how we did a whole DV panel. We created a whole movement on social media, right? About how our husband was this a bruiser. He was this a bruiser for 6 years. She went on multiple platforms advocating for DV victims and telling women to get out. I got out. You can too. Whole time you was kicked out. That man divorced you and left you, ma'am. You were still trying to reconcile. Imagine telling the world that you got out. If I got out, you can get out too. Don't look back. Do the 30-day no contact. Like all of that, y'all. She was saying all of that. And behind the scenes, crying on the phone with Kevin to reconcile the marriage. I just want to learn how to be a better wife. This is my first marriage, and I'll get help if he gets help too. And what? But you just said on YouTube that you got out. And somebody asked you for your advice on what to do in this type of situation. And you said, do the 30-day no contact. Whole time she was still talking to RH behind the scenes, pulling up in lingerie, getting them cheeks clapped, him sending her on her way. Like, child, a whole hot mess and a half. A whole hot, and y'all want to say people be playing with DV? This is one. This is who plays with DV, right? Painting certain narratives on social media, but doing something totally different behind the scenes. And this is why she lost her marriage. RH told her this on a phone call that he recorded. He said, do you see now why I no longer want to reconcile? Because even after the situation happened, you went back on social media after they partially reconciled. She went back on social media and drugged him again, accusing him of things without his knowledge, but was behind the scenes trying to work it out. Trying to work it out. So she chose validation and image, because she liked to say she made a post the other day saying something about people living for images on social media, and when she could, you can just be yourself and this and that. But she chose a image on social media and public validation over her marriage. And now she's going through a karmic relationship where they can't get it together to save their life child. And they got 2 new babies in the midst of all this chaos. 2 new babies. Everything she be putting up on them posts saying how men is supposed to move with the romance and men supposed to do this and it's time for me to be spoiled and all of these different things. You had that, my baby. You didn't have a perfect marriage. Nobody does. But we seen your husband pulling out the works for you. We seen your husband going all out for V-Day. We seen your husband going all out for your birthday. We seen these different things. We seen Janaka do it one time. One time. And it was probably because you pressured him to do it. Because you always going above and beyond for him. We seen your husband do it. Imagine crying for your crying and saying your marriage is this and it's that and it's this and it's that, but it's not actually half bad, right? But imagine crying and saying all those things about your marriage, and then you end up in a worse situation. That got to be that hurt beat. Imagine that. Because we all know relationships are not perfect, right? And it's certain things that can happen during relationships that'll make you want to throw in the towel. But you have to keep reminding yourself that there is no perfect relationship. I feel like if a man is not cheating on you, he's not abusing you, you can get through anything. You can get through anything except for infidelity and abuse and all categories of abuse. If those things aren't going on, you can get through anything. And even when it comes to verbal abuse, you have husbands and wives who be cussing each other out. It's not healthy, but I didn't watch 60, 50-year relationships uh bypass the test of time, baby, and they still, they still rocking and rolling because it's not to say you ain't gonna to say you're gonna have a marriage where y'all might not cuss each other out sometimes. Because I done heard my grandma cuss my papa out plenty of times. God rest his soul. But to say you're not going to have that is crazy. Is it normal? No. But not normal. It's definitely normal because that it happens. Is it right? No. That's what I meant to say. Normal? Yeah. But she had a decent marriage, y'all. She had a decent marriage. Her problem was she couldn't get her way when it came to his job on social media. She allowed her insecurities, her trust issues, her self-esteem, and all of that to literally play a part when it came to their marriage and their disagreements and stuff. Because I remember that specific audio where her and RH was talking, where he recorded her and he asked her, he said, name something, name a problem that we have outside of our job, my job and your job with the social media. Name a issue we have in our marriage that doesn't reflect social media or isn't pertaining to social media. And she couldn't name it. She couldn't name it. So that should tell you something. So when you hear RH get on a platform and say he spoiled his wife, I believe them. I believe them. And you see, a lot of people let that go clean over their head. They thinking he just saying, he's not taking accountability. That's how they looked at it. Like, oh, he's saying he spoiled his wife. He basically still putting it off on her. No, it's a lot of context involving him saying he spoiled her. He just didn't give it. But the ones who get it, get it. When he said he spoiled her, he was referring to him allowing her to go through his phone every night, him constantly checking in at every place he showed up at that she wasn't present for, just allowing her to do unhealthy things in that marriage to basically cater to her insecurity. Because it's not healthy for a woman to go through her husband's phone every night. Do you trust me? The fuck? Like, what? If you gotta go through my phone every night, why are we together? Like, make it make sense. And it was people trying to normalize that, and that's not cool. And ain't no way, shape, form, or fashion is that cool. Should you be able to? Yeah, of course. Because if we together, you should have nothing to hide, and vice versa. But just because you can, that's an invasion. And we talking about grown people. These are not children. We are not kids. And I would feel like you invading my privacy, because to keep it a phone, that's your personal item, right? That's your phone. Your partner should be able to go through it if need be, or it shouldn't be an issue if they something wrong with their phone and they need to make a call or they need to text somebody. That should never be an issue. Unless you got something to hide, you don't want something to pop up. But other than that, no. But just for you to be going through my phone every night, or gotta constantly show you. Y'all remember when RH was in the hospital and this girl was trying to go through his phone while he was still clearly under anesthesia, high out of his mind, right? She trying to get the password to his phone to go through his phone while he was in the hospital. I got that video, matter of fact. I have that receipt. She was trying to get his, what's your password? He slurring, trying to talk and tell her a password. Like, it can never be that serious. It could never be that. Now, I know. And if you listen to her talk, right? See, RH gave her that access. And the one day he didn't, all hell broke loose, which is how they ended up in this situation. Out of 6 years of marriage and her going through his phone at any given becking moment, right? He allowed her to. The one day he put his foot down, she automatically assumes, well, he got something to hide. No. Or could it possibly be that he's tired of your insecurities, your jealousy, when he's not giving you a reason to be that way? You would think that a healthy minded person would automatically say, well, I went through it yesterday. I went through it the day before. I go through it anytime I want. So I'm not gonna automatically assume my husband got something to hide because he finally saying that's enough. At some point you should trust me. Especially in an argument. Of course, your partner is not going to give you access to their phone if y'all in an argument. Why? Why would I do that? You just piss me off. You think I'm gonna give you access? I don't even want you around me. And you didn't piss me off. Let alone letting you go through my phone. Like, we got to make it make sense. But I was getting to that, Albert. Thank you for that. Hey, Black Widow. Um, Imagine being in a relationship where your husband gives you access to his phone and you can go through his phone, his devices whenever you want. Whenever you want, and you do it pretty much just because, right? Just because be in the man's phone cussing out his supporters through his accounts because you see them saying certain things that you don't like and all of that, right? To get into a relationship where you no longer have that type of access. So now you got to get it all the way together. You got to work on your insecurities. Well, at least when it comes to going through his phone, because Janelle not having it. Y'all remember when they went out the country or out of town for one of her birthdays, and she broke Janelle's phone, and he was like, "Look at my phone, y'all. She broke it." She was pissed off too because she had just seen he had did some cheatings. He had cheated, and he was singing. He was recording her talking about every day is your birthday, every day is your birthday, and she was pissed off. She did not crack a smile. It was the same trip where she broke his phone trying to go through it. He don't give her that type of access. And if you remember for her story time when a woman's fed up, she also said how it was something dealing with his phone. What did she say? Dang, I hate when they leave me with that bad. It was something with his phone. Oh, she said how she would ask him about something pertaining to a DM or something of that magnitude, and he would tell her, basically, don't question me, or he'll go ghost on her. You can't question me. I don't want to talk about that. She said, well, anytime she asks him something about a female, he'd say he don't want to talk about that. Basically saying, I don't have to, like what? So that's two totally different type of men right there. You had the man who gave you that access, even though it was extremely unhealthy and not normal. And now you have a man that doesn't give you any access when it comes to his devices and stuff like that. So imagine the pressure. Ooh, child. I'm not that type either, Micheline. Like, I did that when I was younger, teenage years. Like, when you're younger, you'll do something like that. But once you get older, especially depending on, I feel like it depends on your self esteem, your self respect, your self worth, all of the above, right? If I gotta go through your phone, then that means you're doing something for me to want to see what you're doing. Which also means I don't need to be with you. Because if you giving me reasons to feel that uneasy, uncomfortable, feel like you being sneaky, baby, you can get gone. you can get gone. It's too many people in this world. Okay. I feel like when you in a relationship, what's up, So Real TV? What's up, Nikki Will? Shout out to the new names that's pulling up in the chat, baby. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up on top. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Support your girls' goal. My little goal over there crying, y'all. Support my goal. Little super chat party for your girl, if y'all don't mind. Okay, little 1-2. Show me a little love. Little 1-2 love. Okay. Anyways, I feel like you don't have to do that. Like when you get to a certain age, if you're not insecure, you realize your worth. Like when you really, really, really know your worth. See, she talked that self-love, but she don't live by it. She don't live by it. Because if she lived by it, she wouldn't be with him. She wouldn't be with Janelle right now. If she really was about that self-love. When you really know your worth, you ain't putting up with that type of behavior. Baby, you can get all the way gone. It's too many men out here. When a woman really knows what they bring to the table, really knows how much of a blessing they are, they ain't putting up with that foolishness. They ain't putting up with that. Ain't nothing wrong with starting over. Now, I wouldn't advise no woman to keep bringing different men around her kids, but there's nothing wrong with dating till you find the right one. Then you bring them around your children. Then you do it the right way. But you see, you make it hard on yourself when you locking in with a man that you don't even know for real. When you move too fast and you didn't got your kids emotionally invested, even though I feel like her kids don't like him for real. That's forced. And that's obvious. Them children don't care for him. So she really ain't taking no loss. If anything, they'll probably be glad if she broke up with him. Because if we can see, if we know how he treat her and vice versa, then guess what? You think them children don't know how he treating their mama and vice versa? You think them children don't know that's a toxic relationship? They're exposed to it. They in home. You can't tell nobody them children heartbroken over them breaking up. Child, them children probably be glad when he ain't around. Because then they get their mom's attention. Then they get all her attention. And to keep it a buck, I honestly believe they still wanted a relationship with RH. She moved on so doggone fast. They couldn't even get over the man that was actually a father figure to them for 6 years. That watched them grow into teenagers and preteens. They didn't even have time to heal from that before she brought a childish one along. One with no structure, no respect. You know it's bad when your child call your man child. They didn't even have time to heal from RH. And they actually had a bond with RH, all her kids. Which is why in her first episode of her just being the LaOnya show, she even asked her kids, do y'all prefer me single or married? Or would y'all prefer me single and y'all still have a relationship with y'all dad, meaning Robert? And they said, yeah, we like you single, but we want to still have a relationship with our dad. And then she said, well, what about y'all real dad? Like, how y'all want to move with him? What y'all want from y'all real dad? And then they said, more time. Why he over there acting like he been active? Child, you don't go sit down. Your own cheering spilt your tea. Okay? Your own. And she said, well, it could come a time where y'all would have to go stay with him full time, which y'all won't. And no, child, I'm cheering answer that question before she can even finish her statement. And now you got one living with him. Sharon did not want to be with that man. And I think that's why he holds so much resentment to RH. Because he knew what time it was. RH got that time that he missed out on. He got that time. He got to see them children grow up and all of those different milestones those kids had from when she first got with RH. Lala was 3 years old. I think she's 11 now? Going on 12? She was 3 years old when Laonya got with our age. Lala was 3 years old. That should tell you something. I remember Ari's doing videos in the kitchen showing Lala and Momo how to cook. That was some on the regular type stuff. He was showing them and where was she? You know that more often than not, that's something a woman does. I be in the kitchen showing my children how to cook. I you know, I mean, it ain't uncommon, but it's more often than not, it's the woman showing the kids how to cook, not the daddy. But hey, let her tell that child she be in there whipping that work, doing her big one in the kitchen. Girl, I ain't never seen somebody who claimed to always cook, always gotta go to the stove because they ain't never got no ingredients. In my opinion, in my eyes, when you gotta constantly go to the store, because when you cook a lot, like myself, we keep everything on deck, baby. If I run out of something in my kitchen, it's because either it expired because I don't use it often, like a certain um seasoning, or it's something we eat off. Other than that, I make one trip. Well, let me take that back because my children be listen. When I say y'all, they be eating, especially now since it's summertime. But anybody that knows me, Harmony could tell y'all, I'm always at the store. Like my house stay with food. That I'm the auntie that the kids come to for food. Okay, listen, they coming to me. Nanny, what you cook? Nanny, you got this? You got? Yeah, come on, come get it. Come get it. My children be trying to take food from the house to go stay to somebody else's house. I'm like, they ain't gonna feed y'all over there. What's going on? But you shouldn't have to go to the store and get everything damn near you need to make a meal. When I see stuff like that, that tells me that you ain't got no food in that house and you ain't used to cooking. You ain't used to cooking. Make it make sense. Her character don't give that anyway. Our agent already told us this woman don't cook and clean. He said that. And I don't think he was lying when he said it. And the reason why I feel like he wasn't lying is because he didn't know he was being recorded when he said it. That makes all the difference, y'all. When he told her, when he said, your ass don't cook or clean, she was recording him secretly. So in his mind, he was just telling it to her. He had no reason to exaggerate, show off, lie. What I'm a lie to you about something that you don't do. And that's not, I could see if it was something different, but when he said you don't cook or clean, she would know if she do those things, right? So it wouldn't phase her. But for your man to tell you that, clearly it's something he's seen or not seen. Men ain't gonna just say that. Especially if they know you doing it. Like, why would a man tell you you ain't cooking and you ain't cleaning if you're actually doing it in the house? Like, come on now. If you're actually cooking and cleaning. That's like me cooking every day and my man say, well, you ain't gonna cook? You don't never cook. What? Is you serious? Child, make it make sense. Make it make sense. All right, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. What time it is? 8:46. I'm gonna shut this one down because we almost 2 hours and 30 minutes in, y'all. I didn't even get to play the court doc. I mean, to pull up the court document. You know what? I'm gonna have to change my thumbnail, and what I'll do is when I go live tomorrow, we'll do the court document because child, we over 2 hours in, and I didn't even get to 'em. So that's what I'll do, y'all. I'll change this one I'll change this one. Well, I could still leave the caption because it's still relative. But I'll change my thumbnail because it do have the child support thing. So I'll change that for tomorrow's live, and then I'll read those court documents tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. The lights is liking. Okay, I love y'all. Can we listen? Let me see. Let me see if y'all gonna listen to me for once. Can we get a super tap party for Pac before we get off? Can we get that? I won't ever ask y'all for another one. If y'all give me a super chat party, because my little goal is crying, baby. If y'all give me a super chat party, I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna, I'm gonna always do my disclaimer now. But I won't ever say, can y'all give me a super chat party? I won't ever say that again. Mark my word. I'm gonna still say my disclaimer when I go live. Y'all know how I do my disclaimer in the beginning when I say, if you want to cash at me or whatever, I say my little super chat. I'm gonna still do that, but I ain't gonna say y'all don't give me no super chat for it. Okay, I ain't gonna say that because y'all giving me one. Y'all giving me one, so I can't say it no more. I won't be able to say it. Okay, listen. Thank you, Gemini. Love you, girl. Good night, Queen Love Mel. Shout out to you, member, for 8 months. I love it. Shout out to my green team. Y'all been rocking with your girl for we over 2 years, baby. We locked in. We over 2 years. I love it. Thank you, Miss Geraldine. Thank you, Blackthorn. And I'm grateful. Y'all, I didn't even say no amount. It's all equivalent. I am grateful. If you give me a penny, I'm grateful. Because you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. So I look at it all the same. Thank y'all so much for the love, baby. Period. Period. Thank you, Jazz. It's the truth. Thank you, Jazz. What did I miss? Hold on. Let me go up. They don't have no good. They don't have no. You must have been food. The cabinet's when she over the stove with the baby. You got a new court document. No, it's not new. It's just to catch y'all up. We're gonna go over the ones that's already there with the contempt, and that's for the ones because you see, I normally do it in members only. So my public audience don't know about the court document. They don't know about all the stuff that y'all know, the members. Y'all been got those records, right? So I'm gonna go over it because the court date is coming up. That way the ones that's out here will know what RH is, what he working with when it comes to that court date that's coming up. Because that's serious, y'all. I don't think people realizing how serious that is. I don't think people realizing it. Thank you, Gemini. You sent me another one. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Black Widow. Okay, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for my last super tag party. Okay, listen, I'm excited. Shout out to y'all. But I don't think people realize how serious it is, y'all. Like, this man is trying to give physical legal custody of that baby. That's serious. That's real serious. And you don't see that often. It's not too often that a father goes out on a limb to get full custody. And it's not so, let me not say full custody because it's a difference. It's full, not even full, it's physical legal custody, and then there's full custody, and then there's joint custody. It's a difference, y'all. All three of those are different. So right now, what RH is trying to get is physical legal custody. He's basically asking the judge to reverse the role. So what Laonia has right now, what she have the role that she has right now, that's what RH is asking for. Let me take that role and give her what I have. But what's the problem? Thank you, Tyrese. Thank you, Black Corny. Thank you, Tyrese. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for the love. What's wrong with that? And this is my thing. This is where I feel like real conversations need to be had, right? Because people often frown upon a man having custody of kids, but I look at it like it should be equivalent because if we made them together, where's the problem? She had no issue with dumping her oldest son off on first baby daddy, right? Nobody talking about that. But it's a problem because this man wants his daughter because he feels like her overall welfare would be better in his care. Where's the issue? We all watching the same thing play out on social media. We all seeing the circumstances. And it ain't like he lying. The grandfather does have a record that involves y'all know what, right? Everybody's seen it. That definitely exists, amongst other things, amongst her making it difficult for him to co-parent. Saying I'm gonna show up here, not showing up, and we meeting at a certain spot, and all of a sudden she's switching it up, playing games with him, and like, why is that necessary if you co-parent? Didn't you say you need a break, ma'am? Excluding him from school visits where he can check on her welfare at school to make sure she doing good in school, make sure she's excelling academically. Like, it ain't too many daddies doing that. That's a blessing. That is a blessing. Making sure she getting her doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, all of that. And we can see this lady got her hands full. She just had twins. Ain't no way. She don't have no help like that outside of Walt. Janasha's ain't no help for real. You know doggone well this man ain't helping her with her other children as if a real father would. If anything, he's excluding them from the proud family, quote unquote. But make it make sense. Like, she probably would be better off with her daddy. And that's not to remove her completely from her mom. He's just saying, hey, let's switch these roles. You got your hands full. In my care, she would have, 100% my attention, all of my attention and care, because it's just him. DW finna be 18. He tried to move her in. She refused. So we can't even say that, because they quick to say, thank you, Miss Cassandra. I appreciate you, my love. They quick to say, oh, he act like he only got one child. No, he don't. No, he don't. He did what he could with that. It's a lot of people that confuse parenting structure and all of the above with being financially responsible. Now, granted, you're supposed to be all of those things, right? But if your daddy is telling you he's having it hard financially, and he would much rather he feel like he can do better with your care if you and your baby come to live with him, because he don't have it like he used to because of how his livelihood has been affected on social media. So my way of taking care of you and your child that I didn't, make myself, your child, that a responsibility, an extra responsibility that you brought forth, right? Let's keep it above. Let's keep it above, because that's a whole nother conversation. People quick to say, oh, he responsible for this and that and this and that, but he wasn't in the bedroom when two children was doing the adult, right? Because that's an adult decision. When you procreate, even though I'm pretty sure it wasn't a decision, this is why certain things, certain behaviors, certain acts shouldn't be committed until you fully aware of the consequences or what can come later, at least 9 months later, right? Right? That's why a conversation about protection and all of these different things, preventative measures, come into play when kids reach a certain age. And now we see why a certain structure was had while she was in her daddy's care. But this is why people need to mind their business when they come to people cheering. Because so many had so much to say when that man disciplined his child, and then a couple months later she went back to her mama and got pregnant. But y'all had an issue with him disciplining his child. Okay? He can't even, at this point, he can't even parent her without it making it to the internet. So what do you do in a situation like that? Wash your hands. You think you grown, you moving grown? I'ma wash my hands. Until you learn and you go through and you know what it is to be a parent, because she gonna learn pretty soon. Because one thing about God will give you the exact same thing you gave your parents through your kids, just to teach you a lesson later on down the line. Period. She gonna have to know. She gonna have to know. And I feel like we all been through that. We all went through that. We all went through a period where, we was kind of rebellious towards our parent at some point in life, right? And then later on, once we got older and started having kids, we was like, okay, now I see why my mama said this. Now I see why my daddy did this. Because you have your own kids and now you moving off of experience. And that's one thing I be telling my kids all the time. Like when I say no for something and they question it, I'm like, I would always tell my parents this and that and this and that and that and this, right? And it wasn't until I started having y'all that made me realize and see why my parents did certain things or move a certain way. You never understand until you actually in it. And that's one of the greatest life lessons there is right now to this day. Learning why your parents did certain. It's unfortunate that you don't get the lesson until later on in life once you go through it yourself, but it happens. It happens. But back to what I was saying. They quick to throw that out there and say, "Oh, well, he ain't doing nothing for his oldest daughter." The man's finances have been damn near 100% depleted. Like he's literally trying to make ends meet right now, based on somebody messing up his livelihood. And every time he tried to get little odd jobs, they mess it up even more. They start calling. So for the ones in the back, they be saying, "Well, you need to go get a 9 to 5." Baby, social media is paying way more than these 9 to 5. Period. Just because his livelihood was ruined, some portion of it, based on the lies that was put out here, doesn't mean that social media for him will not pick back up. Because social media is still going. It's still rolling. Baby. People are still making bags on social media. Facebook ain't what it was before, but telling somebody to go get a 9 to 5 when they used to making $50,000, $60,000 a month is an insult to me. Like, are you trying to insult me? But still, R.H. a hustler. He know how to get it out the mud. That's why he's still able to make ends meet. He's a hustler. He know what he doing. But like I said, he offered his almost grown child to go live, her and her baby, and she refused. So if I'm telling you I can't just be giving you money and I say, come stay with me, you and the baby, I could at least put a roof over your head and feed y'all, right? To make sure at least the security and the shelter part is taken care of. And you refuse. You would much rather stay in a hotel with your mama than stay in a nice apartment with your dad. It ain't like he just outright whipping her ass. She called one butt whipping when she was what, 14, 15 years old, and we all know the story behind it. Some people act like they don't, but we all know what happened for real, and who really set that off. Because that didn't just happen. Somebody set that off. Okay, listen. But why they buddy now? And I'm defending her. Thank you, Miss Margaret, for the coffee. I appreciate you. Thank you, my love. We all know how that really came about, child. But like I said, he offered his child. He offered his child, and his child will be 18 in December. She has a child of her own. She has a child of her own. So if he's having it hard, and a lot of time, of course, people like, oh well, certain people gonna frown upon you if they feel like you wash your hands with your child. But y'all have to understand the situation, right? Sometimes it's needed. When a child is contributing to your downfall, sometimes washing your hands with your child is needed. And the reason why I say that is because y'all have to think about what this man done been through on social media. Mentally. emotionally, psychologically. Like this man has been through a lot on social media. When your life turns upside down in the blink of an eye, and then your child is contributing to that via her ex stepmama, your child turns on you for her ex stepmama, a child that you had a relationship that was your world, according to Foot Me, they were each other's world up until Ionia came into the picture. That came from her mama, Foot Meats, right? So thank you, Miss Geraldine. Look like you better say it. Like, make it make sense. So imagine the state of mind, and imagine being in a situation where you can't even communicate behind the scenes because everything keeps coming to social media. All parties involved. You can't even be completely transparent in conversation with neither baby mama nor his oldest child because everything comes to social media. Then you open the door for a bunch of unwarranted opinions. So I can't even talk to y'all. We can't co-parent. We can't communicate. Like everything got to come to social media. Soon as they have a conversation, what you see next? Somebody sharing text messages. But people talking about, he don't even take care of his oldest daughter. What y'all want him to do? What would y'all do better yet? If your child did you like this? Because for some reason, you see people saying he's doing her wrong, but they don't see her actions. And that's real crazy to me. They don't see her actions. And wonder why, or try to say, he's not communicable. He don't want to, I can't even have a conversation with him or open up to him. He's not emotionally there. Who would be when they know the minute they open up, it's gonna come to social media? You can't even be yourself on a phone call to know if you being recorded or not without knowing. That's, bro. Imagine having to live that type of lifestyle, but people judging it and they're not in it. Put yourself in those shoes and then reevaluate the situation. Like, really think about it. If that was your child, right, and your child sided with your ex, and your ex manipulated your child, they can say what they want. Oh, she did. Then nobody told me what to say. Da, 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 da. But yet we have text messages of her telling you, "Oh, I hate your dad. Oh, I'm at the point where I hate him. Oh, I hope he gets the help he needs mentally for you and Amora and da, da, da." And you constantly feeding this man's child how much you hate him. Eventually, it's going to have an impact and some type of manipulation or hold over his own child. Mind effing, right? Because she used that in the midst of her DV story. But we gonna act like we didn't see that she actually did that to his child. There is no world where a conversation like that should have been had with this grown woman and this man's child. And we ain't even gonna get on the lie of, he said he was gonna unalive you and the cheering. I was scared, so that's why I didn't say nothing till I got. First of all, that didn't even happen. That didn't even happen for real. All of that influenced that child's view of her dad. They had that child thinking her daddy was only using her for clicks and views. A child that he took care of her entire life. Make that make sense. So it's easy to say, oh, they didn't influence me. I feel the way I feel about my dad because of my own feelings, but actions, messages, all of that does not align with that. She was definitely influenced and manipulated. Point blank and the period. I wish somebody would have a conversation with my child about how much they hate me. A grown up, right? And next thing you know, my child is telling me they hate me too. Child bye. Child bye. And then shoot basically chewed up and spit out. She really accomplished that. She turned that little girl against her daddy and then spit her out and basically completely cut her off because Janelle didn't want her to have a relationship with another. Y'all remember when she said, he already accepted Amora. I don't think he's gonna accept the Sharia too. Imagine him accepting your child as if he got a choice, right? Your child. Your child, baby. Imagine that as if he have a choice. Baby, you first of all, accept ain't even gonna be in our conversation because I'm a package. I'm a package. You accept them when you accepted me. When you pursued me. Now, let me not even say accept. When you pursued me, that was an automatic admittance of you wanting my kids too. Knowing your role, knowing you're gonna have to be some type of stepdad or bonus dad. You don't get to accept my kids if you pursuing me. You better go play with somebody else. You better understand the role before you even try to pursue. That should already be understood. That should already be understood, baby. When you step to any woman with kids, big fact. Your own child got daggers in your back. That's sad. Exactly. And that's why they need to stop saying, uh, they need to stop saying, he don't even do for his oldest daughter. Like, where have y'all been? Where have y'all been? He been told Foot Meat she wasn't getting another dime. And if I could recall, I remember Bree saying he used to pay her rent so she wouldn't get evicted. And that wasn't his responsibility. He had one child with Foot Meat. She had 5 at the time. She got 6 now. He had one child with her. It was plenty of times he was paying all her bills so she wouldn't get put out because she used that as a crutch. And that's why she can't stand on her own 2 feet even now. Because that's the least you can do when you're a mother is keep a roof over you and your kids' head. That's the least you can do. And that's something that should already be understood when you decide to procreate, that a man ain't going to automatically be there. But you still have a role as a mother and the other parent to uphold, baby. You can't always depend on that man. You got to consider yourself a single parent if you're not married. I don't care if you're in a relationship, a situationship. If you are not married, you are a single parent. Period. Because that man can walk out at any given moment. Any given moment. And you stuck with them children, hoping that you could probably get some type of child support. If they ain't making it hard. Because you know they got some men out here that will quit a job and work for cash just so they don't have to give your ass no money. Okay? Or the government. But I seen the messages. I seen RH was very generous to Foot. Very generous. He was always giving her money. And then when he stopped because she was using and taking advantage, and don't think that women can't do that just because they have, listen, just because I have a child with you, don't mean that I have to do everything you ask. I'm supposed to do for my child. But sometimes people will use that as a crutch and get real comfortable. And that's what Foot Me did. And to where RH had to put his foot down and to stop her from taking advantage. And then she started using Laonia. Started using Laonia. So you would still get money out of our household. out of their household because they were married, right? But when he cut her water dry because she decided to come out here on social media and lie, he stood on business. He said, "You will never." I remember I have the screenshot receipt to prove it. She went on that lady's panel across the street and he went in the comments and said, "Because you came out here lying, you will never get another red penny from me." I have that receipt. And he stood on business. He said, "My child is old enough to where if she needs something, she can ask me herself." And that's exactly what happened. And you in those type of situations, you can't tell people how to respond, especially when their life and livelihood is being played with. The audacity, the nerve, the unmitigated gall you gotta have to play with my livelihood where you know I work to take care of myself and my children, and then still have your hand out on the very same platform asking me for money. Child, bye. The nerve. The nerve. You got some nerve. Imagine that. Imagine somebody trying to ruin your livelihood publicly, speaking on you publicly, knowing that's how you make your money publicly, and then still asking you for shit. Is you crazy? Oh, is you cool? Like, what is going on? He sure stood on business with that. All right, was like, you didn't tow your drawers. Now our child is old enough. I know he can't wait till she make 18. I know he can't wait. Because then people can't say nothing no more. Because, you know, they like to consider 18 grown. Me personally, 18 ain't grown. If you still depending on me, legally it is. But if you still depending on me and you need mommy to pay your phone bill and all these different things, lower your tone when you speaking to me. Period. But like I said, legally, you on your own. You, especially when you playing with my name on social media, as you could. Knowing that's how I make my coin to even take care of myself and you. And then got the nerve to call him a DB after they didn't ruin him. Child, this need to go in somebody's production. Somebody need to make a movie. ASAP, no rock. All right, y'all, I'm finna get up off here because y'all, one thing about me is I do have the gift of gab, baby. I could talk all night. But I'm finna go in the shower. My eyes getting low. I wonder why I was supposed to watch that new Medea movie last night, but I fell asleep. So I'm gonna try to watch it tonight if I ain't too tired after I get out the shower. Okay? I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with your girl. I'm gonna do part 2 tomorrow. We're gonna actually do the court documents tomorrow, even though you know it got away from us on this live. So tomorrow we're gonna actually talk about what we're supposed to talk about today. Y'all know Pac be all over the place, but it's always a good word. Period. So that's all that counts. We're gonna get something out of the word, child. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. It's almost over. But like I said, I love y'all and I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow. I don't know what time, y'all, but I will be live tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lou Pac, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go, let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play. She speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back. All receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bringing truth to the streets. Go.
She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive.
L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with that heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech.
speech. Independent, bold, and real, this Lupac baby. Capiche? They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lupac don't just react, she the code what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built to own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne. Lupac, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-E-T, bringing truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. This ain't gossip, this ain't rumors. This is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to Lupac, baby, where every video got purpose.